What's going on, gang? This message finds everybody well. On today's episode, what I'm going to talk around is actually how to lead yourself from a place of certainty. The term that I would like you to understand is hunt or be hunted. We live in a society now where everything's mediocre. It's easy. You can call Deliveroo and get different type of salt on your Wagamamas or whatever it is. The point is this is what happens with people in society. They want the comfortable. They want the easy. They want to socially be within context. The hunt or be hunted protocol for me is a leadership prerequisite. It means what you're doing is you're getting on the front foot. Now, we've talked around before around your decision making and how you react and your emotions. And there's two sides to this coin that are imperative for you to understand: being responsive and being reactive. Being reactive is where you're going to see chaos. And just like the Joker said, the only thing that's fair is chaos. The issue with it is probably not going to be fair to you. Being responsive, though, is giving you the capacity for you to open a gap between how you're seeing it and what's happening in front of you, and allowing you to evaluate that gap, pick the right decision or the right behavior to do, and attacking it that way. That's going to make you a way more effective leader. And there are 6 key principles that you need to understand that imperative. And number 1 is actual leadership. That means you being a role model. That means you doing what you say you're going to do. That means you actually putting it on the table and doing the actions that allow other people to be inspired, which is number 2. Being inspired is not a wishy-washy, like, hallelujah mission. Inspiration comes from feats of huge action that are there to help other people make better decisions and come with you. It's like dragging somebody up a ladder. It's not, being a leader is not about you being king of the castle. Being a leader is you holding your hand at the top of the tree saying, listen, I'm going to help pull you up to be with me. And the analogy of we'll go over afterwards of what hunt or be hunted means is actually giving you the prowess of being strategic. Number 3 is how you communicate. Now, how you communicate comes in 2 key pieces. The number 1 is how you listen, not how you speak. You obviously have 2 ears, 1 mouth is an old school thing that my teachers used to say. It's imperative in what you do, because how you see the world is different to the person you're listening to. And what you need to do as a leader is interpret how your client, prospect, athlete, colleague is speaking to you, how they're seeing the behavior or problem. And then what you need to do is be able to empathize and use emotional intelligence to give them the direction that they need to be better, for them to actually execute the behaviors to give them positive feedback, which is technically going to make them autonomous. Okay. Next 2, how to sell and how to serve. How to sell is not how to just sell, how to sell a fucking car. How to sell whoever you're speaking to the actions that is big for the team. What I mean by big for the team is a little story. I've been watching the Netflix documentary on the Tour de France, and nothing else matters but the team. The sacrifice in that is wild. And for me, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it, just because of the pure emotional energy of I am fucking all in, but not for myself. And selling that to somebody, that's playing the infinite game. We've done videos around the infinite game and you having a bigger mission than yourself. That's what selling means, is selling the bigger picture. And that's massively important. We've got 2 more. You got serve. So service for a leader is something that happens in the shadows. Service is doing the small details that keep people up and actually push people forward. Service is taking your ego out of the equation and actually doing the do for the people that you care about. Service is actually being a member of the team, not just the fucking king of the castle and dictating to people. Because what that's going to allow you to do is the last one, which is solve. And that's solve problems, solve issues, solve things that are happening real time. That's massively important for a leader to be able to do. And how to lead yourself is how you actually resolve conflict and build buy-in, build influence, comes from understanding people and realizing that most of the things that you're dealing with are people driven. Even though we live in the day of everyone is fucking banging on around AI and all this kind of thing, AI will never take over human connection, I guarantee. Because human connection is real time. And it's actually how it's happening in front of you. AI is great. If you're a business using AI, it's a must. And if you're even a leader, using AI to help can be very helpful. But human connection will always win. And so the last piece, and I want you to understand this bit, the hunt or be hunted protocol, is the way that you see the world. If you were a prey, a piece of prey, is that a word? Or if you're an animal that is getting preyed upon, you're reactive. Everything is scared. Everything is downturned. Everything is like, oh my God, the world's caving in on me. I'm just going to run. A hunter is someone who is strategic. They're planned. They execute. They rest and they sprint when they need to. They look at the lay of the land and they assess what they're doing and they pick their moment. So whenever you're in a leadership context and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're not quite sure where the fuck you need to go, or things are all caving in, I want you to ask yourself that question. Am I hunting? Am I being hunted? And if you are being hunted, you need to zoom out, step back, think of the bigger picture, and reevaluate yourself against those 6 key principles of leadership, and then go from there. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. Any questions, drop a DM, say hello, like, share, all that kind of stuff. I'd love to start a conversation about this stuff. Leadership, resilience, toughness, high performance is my thing, so I'd love to hear more from you. Anyway, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you soon.